Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to today's OP video update for Thursday 18th of August. Now OP is something that is an amazing buying opportunity right now. If I was to buy something right now, it could have been OP. Any given day I would have selected OP because this is the level that I've been looking for a long time now. Okay, we've had this resistance here, and I was telling you in previous videos that it has to come down to retest this line, and you can see pretty much it's actually trying to close above this level. Now I'm not saying it cannot go up or anything, because my take is that maybe, just maybe, we do get OP to actually move to the upside. We did have a little bit of a flag here, and I uploaded about the video yesterday that it's going to break down and maybe potentially come down, but it hasn't even met the technical target. So there's something shady about it, and if it wasn't for how bad Bitcoin is really looking right now, because Bitcoin is looking ugly, then I could have been entering OP. Okay, if it wasn't for that rising wedge on Bitcoin, I could have entered OP. Now the problem is, I don't know if Bitcoin can control OP, if OP just starts to pump by itself, because this is an ultimate entry opportunity. Honestly, it's the best entry opportunity on a daily time frame. Now when we trade a certain coin, we really have to look at what Bitcoin really does. Now on a weekly time frame, we do have a continuation pattern, which is 3 white soldiers, but it doesn't really mean, you cannot rely on something. Once again, you cannot rely on something if Bitcoin is actually going to look pretty bad. Okay, now in 3 days, I do want to see how the weekly candlestick closes. If you do end up closing like this with a spinning top, there could be good chances of actually going back up next week to 1.889, make a morning star, and then probably even continue higher. You could actually do that, and there are chances of that one to happen. But today's closing is quite important as well. So let's talk about today's closing. You haven't closed the daily candlestick. You do have 13 hours more left to actually close the candlestick, and to me there are chances of the coin itself coming down below that level and maybe closing at $1.2, $1.8. Now if you do close at this level, then you're putting in a 3 black crows right there, and that's the end of it. Then this retest was a failure. Okay, so don't bottom fish just yet. There are a little bit of hope, little bit of hope to actually hold this level, but today's closing is important. And if you actually end up closing down like this, nearly 1.222, then this is the end of it. Okay, there is no $4.2 or anything. Now I actually did trade it back in the days when it made this pump here. I actually did trade that pump, and I exited very quickly, and ever since then I've been telling you, be careful. One price target was 1.372. this one was met. I talked about this yellow line, that one was met. The question is, can it actually do something and go against Bitcoin and then start to move higher? I don't know about that, because back down here during these days, just like that, it was kicking Bitcoin's butt. Okay, when Bitcoin was dropping down, this thing didn't give a damn about Bitcoin and it was moving higher. But right now, situation is a little bit different, and we really have to wait for a little bit of a more confirmation. So this one candle bounce here is not good enough. We need a little bit of more, 2-3 more candlesticks. We need a weekly confirmation. So it's gonna take a few days, but I do think in the next 3 days, we're gonna get to know what's the big deal with OP. Can it actually be a party pooper and actually go down, or is it gonna be really good to actually hold this line here? Maybe if it does hold, I'm going to actually change my perspective. I'm going to try to take a small entry in it. Can get lucky, and we might be looking for a huge move to the upside. And that's pretty much it for this update on OP. I'm going to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.